Give us a snapshot. Who is Maria and why is she important as well?
Maria Woodworth-Etter is from the late 1800s, died in the early 1900s. She was what we would call the grandmother of the Pentecostal movement. In her ministry, before the Azusa Street revival outpouring, she had all 9 gifts of the Spirit in her meetings. She was a lady preacher when women preachers did not do this. And she had great signs, wonders, and she had a unique element that God would have trances. He would hit people in her tent and they would fall into trances like Peter did when he was on the rooftop praying while they're fixing dinner. And her meetings would grow up, and her tent would grow to about 20,000 people. So she had a large tent at one time in her life. She could write some books, and she was a tremendous person with healing and getting people saved, and was a kind of lady that would go into a town and stay there till the breakthrough happened. Like we go today, we'll have a weekend meeting and we're exhausted. Well, she would stay there for 6 weeks or 2 months until the breakthrough happened, and she'd just sit there and fight and go for it. It was that type of era that she'd come in, and her sermons and reading her biography is like reading chapters in the book of Acts. And so to me, the book of Acts, I think, is still being written today. We don't call it book of Acts billionth chapter. We call it church history out of respect to the scriptures. But I think it's like reading the book of Acts when you read her story. People getting saved, getting healed. She gets arrested. She gets attacked, and all kinds. And she keeps going. And she actually dies with good doctrine, good morals, good everything. And she pioneered women in ministry back when it was not acceptable. And so I think this is a great example for both men and women, but especially women who want to go into ministry and the healing side. She would be one I would study and learn about.